Hi, welcome to Creating the Goods. I'm Wendy. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm so glad that you found me. If you aren't new, welcome back. I'm so glad that you're here. We all need to drink more water, and we all know that it's important to drink water throughout the day. But to be honest with you, I always seem to forget. So I feel like I needed something to motivate me to get me started. What about you? Do you need something to motivate you? Well, if you do, then this tutorial is for you. I'm going to show you how to take a cute water tracker design and put it right here on this water bottle. So that way it will keep us on track and we'll be able to drink more water throughout the day. Plus, do you struggle getting that vinyl just right on your projects? Well, I'm also going to show you how to apply vinyl by using the hinge method. And using the hinge method makes applying adhesive vinyl so much easier, especially to curved surfaces like this water bottle. Also, before we get started, some of the materials that we'll be using in today's video is, of course, a water bottle. This is 32 ounces. It's by Camelback. I really liked it. I got this off of Amazon. It has a screw top. And it also has a magnet in the hinge here, so when you open up the top, it sits flush against the lid, so when you drink, the top doesn't hit you in the face. So I thought that was a really nice idea. You also are going to need some cotton and some alcohol to wipe off the dirt and oils on your bottle. I'm using Cricut's Holographic vinyl. It's in a pink rose color, but it also has some yellow tones in it, which I thought was very pretty. Can't wait to show you that on the bottle. It's absolutely beautiful. Some transfer tape. You'll need a measuring tape. I'm using painter's tape, but you could use washi tape. You'll need a green standard mat. I'm using my Cricut Maker, but you could use your Air Explorer too. Some tools we'll be using throughout the video. So everything I'm using in today's video, I will list in the description box below. So hit that subscribe button, give me a like, and also hit that bell for future videos. So without any further ado, let's get started and I'll meet you in Design Space. Okay, here we are in Cricut Design Space, and I already went ahead and uploaded this cute little design that we'll be using on our water bottle today. And I got this SVG design from designbundles.net, and I will leave a link for you in the description box below. I also did a video showing you how to download SVGs as well as uploading them here in Cricut Design Space, and I will leave a link up top here in this video as well as a link for you in the description box below. I thought this was a perfect design to put on our water bottle, and I also thought this was especially perfect for those who just got their Cricut machines. This is a very easy DIY to do. So the only thing that we really need to do is actually size our design according to the dimensions of our water bottle. Okay, so let me show you how we're going to do that. I'm going to come over here to the side where it says shapes and click on a square. Okay, I'm going to move that square over here like so. Okay, and I already went ahead and measured my water bottle, and from below the cap to the length of the bottle, the width is 3.5 and the height is 7 inches. So I'm going to come up here to the padlock, click and unlock it. The width will be 3.5, so I'm going to change that to a decimal, 3.5, and the height is 7 inches, so it'll be 7.0, and then I'm going to close the padlock. Okay, so there is the dimensions of our water bottle. So let me just move our design over here, like so. And I'm just going to duplicate it so I have a front and a back. So I'm going to come over here to the top and hit duplicate. Okay, so now I have the front and the back of my water bottle. Now, as you can see, my designs, they're in black. And of course, you know that I am using holographic permanent vinyl. So what I'm going to do, just for visual purposes, this is not actually what the end result's going to be, because if you are using purple vinyl, that's what your design color is going to be. Again, this is just for visual purposes. Okay, so I'm going to click on the front of my design, which is Drink Up Buttercup. Come up here to the black square, click on that. And I actually don't see the exact colors, of course, that I am using. My holographic colors are like yellows and oranges and some pinkish colors. So I'm just going to make this a orange, like so. So that will give you some kind of a visual look to see what the end, how the end project will look like. Okay, and I'm going to do the same for the back. Come back up here to the black square and click on the orange. Okay, so now I have my front and my back colors. Now I need to size them. So I'm going to bring the back. As you can see, it's coming through the back, but we can change that. We're going to come up to click Arrange and then send that to the front. So now my design is on the front of my water bottle. And I'm going to bring that right over here to the far end. Okay, come down here to the sizer. I'm going to size that up. And that could be a little bit smaller. So let me make that a little bit smaller. And maybe a little bigger. Okay, so that looks perfect. I want to give it a little breathing room because the cap will be screwed on, and I really don't want it to come too close to my design. And of course, the bottom, this will be the bottom of my bottle, so I don't really want it too far down as well. So that looks pretty good. So I'm going to do the same thing with the front of the bottle. Again, it's going into the back, so let's come up here to Arrange and send that to the front. Okay, there you have that. So we need to make that, of course, a lot smaller as well. So I'm going to come down here to the resizer and just bring that in. Okay, a little bit smaller, I think. Maybe a smidge. Okay, so that looks pretty good. So that way I have a little breathing room at the bottom as well as the top. Okay, so our dimensions here is, now remember the width of my bottle is 3.5, and this will be 2.488, and I think that's a very good width, and the height will be 6.139, so that's pretty good as well. And the back is a little over 3 inches, and the height is about 6 inches as well. And I think that is perfect. So the only thing that we need to do is make it. But I'm not going to need the rectangle, so I'm just going to click on that, click on the X and get rid of that. And I'm going to do the same with the other one. Click the X and get rid of that. So now all I need to do is make it. Come back up here to the top where it says make it. Click on that. Okay, here's our design on our mat. I don't need to put the mirror on. It's not HTV, which means heat transfer vinyl, or iron-on. That's what Cricut goes by. So all I have to do is come down here to the right and click on continue. It's connecting to my machine, the maker. If you're using the Air Explorer 2, just set your smart dial to custom, and then this page should just pop right up for you. I need to set my base material, so I'm going to click Browse All Materials. All Categories, click on that. Come down to Vinyl. I'm using Premium Vinyl Holographic, so I'll click on that. And then click Done. Okay, so my base material is set, Premium Vinyl Holographic. Now I need to set the pressure of my blade on my machine. So if I click this down arrow, you'll see more, default, and less. I'm going to leave it on default because I've already did a test cut, and I can't stress that enough. Please always make sure you do a test cut. It will save you a lot of time and headaches. If it's too much pressure, the blade could actually cut right through your mat. If it's not enough pressure, your design might not even be cut out. So please always do a test cut. It's very easy. Do a square, a star, and again, it can save you a lot of time, headache, and money. So again, I'm going to leave mine on default. My fine point blade is already in clamp B, so the only thing I need to do is load my mat with my vinyl. So I will meet you at my design table. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and lay my vinyl on my mat. I'm going to use my brayer to make sure it adheres well, and also to remove any of the air bubbles and wrinkles. Okay. As most of you know, I always like to check my blade to make sure that there is no debris or residue, and there happens to be. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, and that would have prevented my design being cut out properly. That's always a good tip to do, to make sure that there's no debris or residue on your blade. I'm going to go ahead and load my mat. The arrow button is flashing, so I'm going to press that. The C button is flashing, so I'm going to click on that. Okay, the arrow button is flashing, so I'm going to go ahead and click on that and release my mat. I'm not sure if you can see the design. Let's see if I can get it closer. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just slice off some of the vinyl that we did not use. So I'm just going to use my X-Acto knife here. Just remove that. Okay, so I'm left with the design. Okay, next I'm just going to use my squeegee and make sure that it is well adhered. Most of you know I like to weed on my mat. Okay, I always like to have the design closer to me and the rest of the mat furthest from me, so that way I don't touch the mat. Also, what I like to do is I like to take the protective cover of my mat and put it alongside, so that way if I need to touch the other side, I'm not touching the sticky part. Okay, it protects my hands as well. I'm going to go ahead and use the Cricut Weeder just to get it started. And I always like to come up on the corner, lift, and start to peel. Next I'm going to use my favorite weeder. It has a really nice fine tip. Let's see if you can see that. I really like this. I got this off of Amazon, and I'll list that in the description box below if you'd like to take a look at that. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all the negative vinyl from in between the letters and the little cups here. Oh, and I'm also going to use this. This I got at the dollar store. I absolutely love it. It's for nail polish. You put the bottle in there, but I love to use this as I'm weeding. Okay, I have it all weeded out. I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut it in half. And what I like to do is I like to turn my mat over, roll the mat backwards like so, and release the mat from my vinyl like so. Okay. Put that back on. I'm going to remove this. Okay, here's our designs. Drink Up Buttercup, and here are times that we'll be putting on the back of our water bottle. So let's go ahead and get our water bottle ready for the application of our design. And I'm just using this foam tray. This will help keep the bottle level. Okay, and next I'm just going to take some alcohol. I got this bottle over at the Dollar Tree. It's basically for nail polish remover, but it works wonderful for us Cricut lovers here. We just put our alcohol in it, and it's great to remove all the oils and dirt. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Also, it makes the adhesive vinyl stick really well to our projects. Okay, that's pretty good. So I'm just going to move that over to the side, let that dry. Next, I'm going to get our design ready to be put on our water bottle. I'm using Cricut's transfer tape. I am not using the strong grip. I don't ever recommend that. This is just the standard grip adhesive vinyl. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the larger one. Okay, so let me get a piece that's big enough. And that looks pretty good. So I'm just going to remove the backing from the transfer tape. I'm just going to place the tape down. I like to put my design on the transfer tape rather than the transfer tape on my design. I'm just going to put that down in the middle, like so. And just slide it from one side to the other. Okay, that looks good. I'm going to just get my squeegee and make sure that's well adhered to the transfer tape. Make sure you burnish it well. And I like to do both sides, like so. And I'm just going to trim off some of the transfer tape. We don't need that. Okay, at this point we usually go ahead and remove the backing sheet. But because I'm showing you how to do the hinge method, we leave the backer sheet on. So what I need to do is I need to find where I'm going to be putting this. And this is the back. So I actually want to have, let's see, the back like this, because I'm going to be drinking this way. So I want this to be on the back. So it's going to be like so. Right about there. Okay. Alright, so what I need to do is now I need to get some tape. Some painter's tape or washi tape, whatever you have on hand. Okay, so you need something. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use for my middle, I'm going to use these little cups right here. Let me show you. And that's basically like my middle right in here. So I'm just going to put the tape right down in the middle. Like so. And you're going to need leave the end so that way we could take this and put it on our bottle. So let me line that up. And what I like about this is because once you put your design on something, especially vinyl, you have no room to remove it or readjust it. But with the hinge method, you're able to get this on straight. Okay, so that looks pretty good to me. I'm going to show that to you. That looks pretty good. What do you think? Alright, so I'm going to try to do this backwards so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift one side, and now I'm going to remove the backing. So that way it should be left on our vinyl. So just take your time. If you happen to see that some of the vinyl is still not coming off on the transfer tape, just use your hand, or your finger rather, and just burnish it down. Or you could use your squeegee and just make sure it's burnished really well, like so. Okay, let's try. Just take your time. Okay, as you can see, we have the one side of the backer. So now all I'm going to do is get my scissors, and I'm going to cut off this portion of the backing sheet, like so. Okay, we don't need that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down this side that has the design, and I'm going to lightly smooth it from the middle to the ends, like so. And you can just use your fingers like this. Just smooth it out. Okay, so that looks good. So that is now adhered. So now all I have to do is lift the other side, because this is already adhered with the vinyl as well as the transfer tape, and I could remove my tape too, like so. Okay, and I'm just going to save this for the front of my design. Okay, so now I can just lift this up, remove the backing sheet from the other side. Slowly. Again, if anything is staying on, just burnish it a little bit with your finger. Just lightly. Take your time. Okay. And then I can lightly just come in from the middle to the ends, like so. Okay, that looks good. So next what I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove my transfer tape, and I'm going to come up on an angle, and I'm going to start here at the bottom. Okay, so there you have it. You just go in, see if there's any, and make sure that everything is well adhered. Now I did lose the little dot here for the exclamation, but I saved it, and I'm going to just put it on like so. Okay, that's what I love about this little back here. It helps you place, so no worries. So I'm just going to put that on. Okay, and there you have it. I think that came out fantastic. What do you think? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do the other side. So this will be my front right here. Okay, I'm just going to use another piece of transfer tape. This one, when I was pulling it up on the other side, it ripped, so I need another one. So that's what I did. I just went ahead and I cut out another piece. So let me just move this off to the side. Okay, so we're going to do Drink Up Buttercup. And I'm just going to remove, again, the backing. Okay, put that off to the side. Again, I'm going to put that on like so. And I'm just going to trim this up a little bit as well. Okay, and I'm going to lay my design on the transfer sheet. Like so. Use a squeegee and just make sure it gets well adhered to the transfer tape, like so. And I'm going to do the other side as well. We're going to get our tape and we're going to put it in the middle. Like so. Okay, I'm just going to lift that up. Okay, now I need to find the middle. Okay, so again, I'm going to place this down. And how wonderful this is, because if I went to put this on and I felt that it wasn't straight, I'm out of luck. It's down and it's down, and I would have to peel it all off and recut out the whole design again. But this is where I feel if it's not correct, I can move it around until where I feel it is right. So I'm just going to put this down like so. Put my tape on. I think that looks pretty good. Let me just eyeball that. It looks really good. Okay, so again, just make sure that tape is on there. That looks good. Okay. Next, I'm just going to lift the backer away from the transfer paper. Just do it slow, like so. Okay. Again, if it's not coming up, just burnish it a little bit with your fingers, or you could use your scraping tool, like so. Not coming up in one direction, come up to the top and go into another direction. That sometimes helps get that vinyl sticking to that transfer tape. That looks pretty good. Next, I'm just going to get my scissors. Okay, then I'm just going to smooth it out from the middle to the ends. And I just use my fingers to smooth it onto the bottle, like so. Okay, so now that is well adhered to our bottle. So I go ahead and remove my painter's tape. I don't need that anymore. And all I have to do is lift up the one side and remove the backer from the other side. Okay. Again, do the same thing from the middle to the ends. Okay, so now that is completely on our bottle. So the last step is to just remove the transfer tape. Again, come up on an angle. And there you have it. I think that came out wonderful. See if you can see it. Drink Up Buttercup. I think it is beautiful. So if you happen to see like any little imperfections, very easy, just take your nail and just come in and smooth it out. Also, right now your vinyl is movable. That means it's not permanently adhered to your bottle. In order for that to be, you need to let it cure for 48 to 72 hours, and that way you make sure that it sticks well. So don't get it wet or anything. Don't wash it, but I do recommend to hand wash it. I have in the past went ahead and washed my water bottles in the dishwasher, but because this is holographic, for some odd reason, when you're using holographic vinyl, the dishwasher doesn't like it. So I don't advise you to put this in the dishwasher if you're using holographic. Just hand wash it and you should be good to go. There you have it. Drink Up Buttercup, and you have all the times in the back. This is a super cute idea to do. It's also great for you beginners out there. It's very easy. Also, this will help track your water intake every day, and I hope it motivates me as well. Plus, you learned how to do the hinge method. So now all your designs will be perfect placed on your projects. So if you like this tutorial, please give me a thumbs up, ring that bell for future videos, and hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. I always appreciate it. Again, please leave your comments in the section below. I will see you all next week. Bye for now.